Hey, what's up guys? We're going to have a look at how to maintain side control. Tired of people escaping with side control? Well, it's going to happen a whole lot less. Let's look at how now. Hey guys, Professor Tom, I'm here with Reese. We're going to have a look today at how to keep side control. First things first guys, side control is often the first dominant position we get to. So if you can't maintain it and keep it, you're not going to get to the mount, you're not going to get to knee on belly, you're not going to get to front control, you're not going to get to the back. He's just going to put you back in guard. And if he puts you back in the guard once, well then the fear of your side control is lost because he's already escaped it. So let's have a look at how to establish, maintain and defend against the escapes from side control. So obviously side control is usually characterized by a perpendicular relationship of our spines. As my spine lays over the top, I am across. However, obviously body weight is the first part of it. So whatever angle my spine is on, body weight. So that means knees and elbows off the floor, okay? Don't put your knees and elbows on the floor, just your tippy toes. In fact, your toes are pushing through him. My pressure isn't coming vertically down, I'm directing my force through him. So knees and elbows off the ground, and I'm directing force through him. Because of course he's going to escape that way with his hip escape. So if I just have my force going down and he escapes, I miss him. But if I have my force going through him and he escapes, I follow the guy or girl across the mat. Now, what are we going to do with our hands? Well, I like to have an underhook and a crossface, and I like to put my hands under the rib cage. Understand that if you put hands under the ribs like this and puff your chest out, you're going to pop some people's ribs if they're white belts that aren't used to this. But at a high level, I expect him to have a really good frame set up with his forearms. So when he has a really good frame, part of my pressure is going to be counteracted. Now, the angle I'm on, everyone is used to this 90-degree perpendicular relationship. However, if I start rotating towards his hips, I can crowd his hips. You'll also note that I drop my right hip onto his hip as a very good variation of side control. So I rotate and I'm dropping my right hip onto his hip. There is pressure here. This is the pressure point right here. So I'm dropping my weight here as I curl his head around. Now, I can also rotate the other way. Almost go to a quasi-north-south position, sitting at about 45. In my gym, I call this 45 control. So the biggest thing about if I rotate this way is I can't do it with that underhook. It opens up too much space. So if I can get an underhook crossface, I will usually crowd the hip, okay, hip on hip. However, if I can't get an underhook crossface, then I'll usually rotate to a 45-degree control and watch what my grips do. If he has an underhook, belt, pants, 45 degrees, and my lat is on his jaw here, okay? So my lat is squishing his head between my elbow and my back here, okay? This position is very hard for him to get out of. I can rotate to the side, I can even rotate to the front. So 2 grip variations, 2 angle variations, okay? Now let's have a look at switching our hips, okay? Rotating our spine. So if I'm here and Reese starts to bring trouble in this way, maybe he hip escaped, he's bringing his knee in. I will change my hips, so as his knee starts coming in, I close it off. Look how I've rotated my belt buckle upstream. So now, he can't get past. And I push my butt back into his legs and make his knees face the other way, okay? Let's have a look at that, because this little micro movement is one of the most important things to do if we wish to maintain side control against good athletes. So I've got my side control, but he starts to escape. So I close the door, and now I move back in with my right leg. My right outer thigh here, like where my IT band is going to push against his until his legs are over this way. So, what happens if this leg keeps coming, keeps coming, keeps coming, keeps coming? If I've switched my hip and the leg keeps coming, I'll switch my grip, and now I'm here in front control. I can rotate back, and now I'm back to side control. So remember, if we're close to getting a checkmate put on us, say just him putting us back into guard, then I'll simply wipe the chessboard and start again. I'll move over here, and then I'll move back. But front control isn't the only place we can go. We can also go to knee on belly and mount. Let's have a look at both. From this position here, one of the best things we can do, okay, is I'm gonna get a quality grip with my left hand. This could be 3 fingers in the armpit, or this lapel past. But either way, I'm gonna up the quality of this grip. And now, my front deltoid is in his jaw. I'm simply gonna put my elbow across his belt. So if he brings his knees up, doesn't really matter. And now my knee comes on my side of my forearm. As I step my other left foot up, I hold him tight, and I've got my knee on belly position here. I can come back down to side control at any time. Okay? I don't have to stay on knee on belly. I could get my points, hop back down. However, I could also get knee on belly, slide over to mount. So once I've got my knee on belly here, I could slide to mount, slapping my foot out, and then bringing my toes together with wide knees. Of course, the mount itself can be achieved. One of the biggest things I like to do when people start hip escaping is mount. Understand that when people hip escape, their feet come down and they hit the floor, they move their butt away, and then they get their knees in. Let's play it out once right now. I'm here holding Reese, and he hip escapes, boom, and he comes out. So knowing that his feet are going to contact the floor, I can rotate my hips towards the danger, in this case the legs. And I can time my mount for when his feet hit the floor. So from this position, left hand pummels over. I like to hold the gi. If it's in no gi, I'll get my thumb up in the armpit. And now I'll hold on to this leg and see how my right knee is in the hip. Okay, always something in the hip. Whether it's my hand inside control, my knee, or my hip. Something is controlling his hip at all times. However, once I'm here, I can switch left knee for right knee. And now my right hand comes to his left knee. And if he's got his knees up, I won't mount. Okay? But I can get a grip and use my elbow to block. And now I bring my heel in tight, like the hardest hamstring curl I've ever done. And now my foot is going to go through this triangle of space. Heavy pressure. So there you go, guys. The principles of maintaining side control. Always pressure, okay? I have a whole separate video you guys can find on YouTube that is all about maximizing your pressure. But we all know escapes and how to get out of side control. So we need to make sure you're doing all these micro movements. These movements presented today is the difference between the guy or girl that can pin you and the one you escape from easily. It's not about being big, it's not about being strong, although being heavy certainly helps. But what you'll find is if you're a light athlete and you're having trouble maintaining side control, you will be an ace at these little micro movements because your movement ability will be much better than the big guy or girl. So practice. And remember guys, side control is meant to be a dominant position. If you're getting rolled, if they're escaping, there are things you can improve on. We've had a look at a few today. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. I'm Professor Tom. Don't forget, check out thegrapplingacademy.com for all of our full video courses, and you can follow me on social media and check us out, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. We've got new videos every single week. Don't miss out. Take your jiu-jitsu game to the next level. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.